So, beautiful souls, divine sparks of light. Now, this video is not only addressed to those who are spiritually minded and who are on their healing journey, on a spiritual healing journey for that matter. Because I made other videos as far as you are concerned. I made other videos. Go check it out. How I will be helping you, how I will be accompanying you, I will be mentoring you, coaching you, and being your spiritual healer at the same time, and the physical healer too. Because I have the gift to heal people, to heal animals, to heal the nature, to heal the earth, to heal everything that is of divine spark of nature, for that matter. Now, I said that I will be also working with you when you have cancer, when you have diabetes, when you have liver problem, when you have kidney problems, whatever problems you might have, health problems, physical health problems, spiritual health too, that's for sure. One thing that I will be telling you straightforward ahead is that if you know your nature to be a reptile nature or something else dark, there's nothing I can do for you. For I heal with the light of God, with the love of God, and with the light of God. This is hands of light. I heal with the light of God. Now, when I point my hands at reptiles and core, those emanating from darkness, it is a weapon against them. It doesn't tell them good. It actually can damage them and kill them. If they stay too much long in my light, they know what they risk. So, but for a divine spark of light, it is a healing tool, a medicine, hope, restoration. So, beautiful souls, I'm not talking to those emanating from darkness. There's nothing I can do for you. Now, I also forgot to mention one thing, that I can also, I've never healed somebody from AIDS, from HIV. But I'm convinced and I'm sure that I can heal you from HIV. If you're HIV positive, you might be taking medication. I heard that there are medication that are just helping you to prolong, to live longer and healthier than to deteriorate very fast and die very fast. But that doesn't cure your HIV status. It prevents, like I've understood it, it prevents, it prevents the HIV to turn into AIDS so fast. Now, like I said, I also didn't get too much busy with that because it was never my topic. But one thing that I can, that my team, my spiritual team are telling me is that make a video about healing people with who are diagnosed with HIV too, because you can heal them too. Because what is HIV? HIV is nothing else than a virus. A virus, a very dangerous and malicious and cunning virus that actually have a cure, but it is not being released because, first of all, HIV was invented. It was manufactured in a laboratory with the aim to control the population. Because apparently you didn't want to use birth control so much. You were multiplying. So they had to come up with another way to stop your multiplication of yourselves and your mini self and your mini yous. Let's get it straight. This earth is not so much big to accommodate uncontrollable ever growing population. The resources, the space, it is not there really. Without doing it on the course of nature and other living beings, which we are already doing it. So, and I'm not pro that growth. I'm not pro that program and pro that idea that they can only control the human population by inventing a sickness that prevent them from having sex, unprotected sex. Why do you think what if they want to control human population, they could control it otherwise? Why does HIV only transmit itself mostly through sexual intercourse and sexual contact? And when is the time that you're at risk of infecting yourself with HIV if you are making love or having sex, for that matter? Because some people, they don't make love, they just have sex. There's a difference between that two acts. Now, if you are involved physically, sexually with another human, it doesn't matter homosexual or heterosexual, it doesn't matter. Sex is sex. Either way, you get AIDS if you interact with another person. You infect yourself with HIV if you have sex with another person who is infected. Unprotected sex. That's where we come in. Unprotected. That's why you cover. You put a condom on so that you don't exchange sexual organs, fluids, sperms, and vaginal fluids, vaginal juice for that matter. Because how do you infect yourself? Now children, come. Let's talk about sex kunde versus sex kunde. Let me teach you something. How HIV is transmitted sexually. For sure, when you cut yourself and you get in contact with blood to blood also, but that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen very often. It happens very rare. So that is not the first way to spread AIDS, to spread that virus, HIV, so that to stop, and that will also not stop humans from multiplying so fast. So the only way that they had to come up with is that you cover that penis of yours so that you don't ejaculate in that woman or in that man if you are gay. You keep your sperms to yourself. You keep your vaginal juice to yourself. So where there is no contact of exchange of these sperms and vaginal fluids, there is also no children being made, and there is no HIV being transmitted. Do you see the connection? Bingo, 1 + 1 is 2. No sperms going in a vagina because it is in a condom. No children. Voila, the population control is managed. You ignore that, you say anyway, by the way, anyway, go ahead and just ejaculate in that vagina, or go ahead anyway and let this man ejaculate in my vagina if you are a woman, or in my after if you are a man, and you take it from the behind. You risk, if you can reproduce, you risk getting pregnant if you're not using other means of contraception. You risk getting infected with HIV and other sexual transmitted diseases. So the condom was the answer to birth control. Those who are reluctant using normal birth controls, pills and whatever is there, they are forced to still do birth control otherwise by means of using a condom because you are afraid of infecting yourself with HIV. Now, there are still those who are saying, who are caught up in the moment. Have you ever had that moment where you are caught up, you meet a person that you are so much attracted to and you just cannot just help it, but just, there is no condom or even if there is a condom around and you're just caught up in the moment and then voila, pam, pam, pam. And this act doesn't last long. And especially when you are caught up in such a moment when it's so hot like that, intense like that. Only 2 minutes, then boom, ejaculation. 2 minutes of fun, ejaculation. Either a child came as a result, or even worse, HIV as a result. That's why today we still have people who are getting pregnant. Oops, it was not meant to. It was just an accident. Or people who still go ahead and go, oops, he infected me with HIV. I learned to know this wonderful guy, he infected me with HIV. Or I got to learn to know this beautiful woman, she infected me with HIV. Because of that moment, you caught up in the moment, you forget the condom, or you don't forget the condom, but you say, hey man, only this one time, nothing will happen to me. Or only this one time, I will not get pregnant, or she will not get pregnant. But it takes only one act to make a baby. If everything is ready, if the woman is ready to receive a baby in her, if the egg is already there waiting for sperms to be fertilized, it's just only one act, 2 minutes or 1 minute of act, that's it. And that applies to HIV too. HIV doesn't say, oh, after 3 times, then I will infect. No, it takes one act of 1 minute, sperms inside your body, inside your vagina, or what, vice versa. You exchange vaginal fluids with your penis, and that's it. Or for men who are going with men, they also have the after fluids that also being exchanged with the sexual act if there's no condom taking place. So basically, with this 1 minute act or 2 minute act can influence the rest of your life. But for some reasons, there are still people who are making that mistake. Stay tuned, I'll come back, I'll proceed where I stop.